We often say that we want universal computing. Universal computing means that anything and everything in this universe, every single information, I can write and I can process. However, there is a fallacy. I am converting, say, whole universe is full of information, and I am rewriting it using 0 and 1. So what happens to major geometric shapes and other kind of transformations? I am not able to detect. If I am able to detect, I will be able to maybe I will be able to write it using 0 and 1. However, suppose you are writing a cube using 0, 1. What would you do? Every single distance you have to write, and angle, and then geometry constant would be there, and then how can you regenerate the geometry and its transformations and if other kind of rules are following, everything you have to note it down, and then what you have to do is to write every bits and pieces of those information using 0, 1. Imagine what would be the length. So when somebody forces you that, look, universal computing or universality is just about 0 and 1, create a C0 logic gate or some kind of logic gate, and then a set of logic gate would enable you to do any operation, any kind of operation that would give you the universal computing. To me, universal computing means we have to do much larger thing. Universal computing in current scenario, it is simply is that you have to use the human brain, human intuition, and human contribution to interpret and put a lot of effort which are invisible. For universal computing, the human effort that is needed largely has to go. And when LLM has come, one of the greatest things of this AI revolution era is that we are going to give less and less instructions as the time passes by. And with a simple hint, with just one hint, the AI will be able to expand it with respect to me and then build a massive output that I could have given. So earlier there was reductionism, a lot of information we take, and with human arrogance we create a set of methodology, and then we delete lots of information and get something. So reduction of a huge amount of information was considered as computing, and now we will do anti-computing. That is, we take one input and then we will expand it to the large. That is the reason now we need to go beyond the Turing machine and then redefine what is universality. The old definition of universality will not work, because that cannot work, because that includes human roles so much hidden that it is very difficult to say even that is a proper information theory. So what we suggest is that suppose I have a small chain of resonances that defines me, my whole body. Now using that, I have to take this set of oscillators maybe and then synchronize with this tree that I have here all around, and in this tree all that you were saying, maybe a part of the stem I can synchronize. I can part of the synchronize of this one, and then I get it. So in that region, whatever happens, I will be able to emulate and replicate whatever the different modes of vibration that will be generated from there. So that is a way to say that, look, as far as this particular stem of the universe is concerned, I am able to get a comprehensive picture of information related to this part of the stem. No computer is absolute. Of course, it has a finite number of memories and finite number of processing speed. So in a finite time, it can do only finite things. However, that is not true when I am using this synchronized resonance chain-based concept and synchronizing with the universe. Maybe a part of my vibration synchronizes with the vibrations and patterns of galaxies, of elementary particles. Then I will be able to explain those kind of dynamics and recreate those kind of dynamics in my brain, and I should be called a scientist. So why not information theory becomes that kind of synchronizing tool where unit of synchronization or unit of emulating the clocks or the network of clocks becomes partially the definition of universality. So the madness of universality that is going on in the scientific world for the last 30-40 years has to go. The madness should be replaced by a sensible way that would make you humble. So a set of symmetries you will take, and then you will say, okay, 15 set of symmetries you are giving me. With this set of symmetry, I can emulate almost 86% of the universe, all possible vibrations and their symmetries. So if I am able to do that, that is also a kind of universality. At least, even if not 100%, at least 86%, 90%, 95%. So that is a huge approach towards universality by eliminating humans from the liability of interpretation. So you see that if we want to really create a science for the futuristic world, what we need is to replace the unit of information that we see 0101, that kind of transistor. Replace this logic gates and then create something that is symmetry generator, synthesizer of symmetries, like coded self-assembly. You send the code gets self-assembled, creates something, those get self-assembled, get something, and those get vibrations. Imagine your DNA or RNA. Simple codes are there. Those codes get self-assembled and create more code, much more. You can't find my nose will be just like this in the DNA or RNA that I have, or that was in the zygote in my mother's womb. So there is a case, a very strong case in favor of rejecting Turing machine, Turing tape, linear thoughts, non-linear thoughts, and maybe switching to the universe of fractal thoughts within and above, where mathematics says everything is undefined. So how these mathematics will survive, that is also a key and important question. So we will get back to it in some other time. So I'm just just beside NIMS. This is our institute, National Institute for Material Science, and then I am. It's just outside, and this is lunchtime, so I just came out, and I thought that why not I record something for you.